We begin with the story about the price you pay to drive.
Right now, Sky 5 is above the evening commute, and congestion is just one problem cited in a new report critical of Illinois roads. It also says poor conditions across the state are costing drivers thousands of dollars.
NBC5's Charlie Wojciechowski is live with more. Charlie.
Patrick and Marion in particular, they're pointing to things like the Lakeshore Drive Bridge. Remember earlier this year when one of those supports cracked and they had to rush to put it into repair? They say it's not only a danger to public safety, but also a danger to our pocketbooks as well. Even on Chicago's main arteries, it can be a rough ride. Severe winters, salt, and deferred maintenance have all taken their toll. For Brittany Walker, that translated into 2 flat tires this year.
It's outrageous. They need to fix these streets. They need to fix these streets.
An opinion shared by the Illinois Chamber of Commerce and TRIP, a national transportation research group. They say Illinois loses $5 billion a year because of deficient roads and bridges, driving up the annual cost of operating a vehicle an average of $633 for drivers in Chicago. Only Rockford is more expensive.
The tire bottomed out, and so what happened was that the wheel got bent, and it also got cracked.
Jack Gordon at Ashland Tire and Auto says a pothole cost a driver $1,200 for this ruined wheel. And trashed suspensions are getting more common.
We've seen some torn up suspensions this year. If you have some springs that are a little bit rusty or something like that, and you nail a good pothole, what will happen sometimes is that rust will give out and the spring will break. And so then it ends up being like struts and springs or just springs.
And that's where it gets expensive.
That's where it gets a little bit pricey, right, to fix that up, exactly.
According to the TRIP study, 31% of Chicago's major roads are in poor condition, 27% are in mediocre, and 17% are fair. Only 25% were classified as good.
We think that this TRIP report shows that doing nothing is actually much more expensive than coming up with a solution together.
TRIP says congestion has its price as well, with Chicago drivers losing an average of 63 hours a year to traffic at an annual cost of more than $1,500 a year to each driver stuck in it. So what will it cost to fix all of this? Well, the TRIP study says it'll cost about 35% more than we're already spending on roads. That's about $142 billion a year. They say it's much cheaper to fix those roads as we go than to have to fix them when they fail. Reporting live along Lakeshore Drive, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC 5 News.
All right, thank you, Charlie.